Good morning, new week, new job. Today we are in Feckenham and we are going to be doing a little bit of renovation to a bungalow. We're going to be taking out a load bearing wall. We're putting a timber structural beam in, which is going to be green oak. We're removing the bathroom and taking down a few walls as well. So I'll flip you around and you can have a look. So this is the wall that we're going to be knocking through. Behind here is the living room for this bungalow. So we're going to be knocking a entranceway through to open up the kitchen and what is going to be the dining room. We're going to be putting up there a structural oak beam. This little section is all going to be taken out. This wall is going to be taken out. This wall is going to be taken out here, and we're going to be removing this toilet, and obviously these walls are the walls being taken out, so all this becomes one big kind of room with the kitchen. We are bricking this doorway up. We found a brick match, and we are going to be bricking, or should I say stud walling, this doorway up, plasterboarding and skimming. So we will set up a time lapse and you can watch us do this work. We've got a dust corridor up now, so we've got some polythene with a couple of doorways in via zips, and to make up the slack we've also taped to the walls, the ceilings and the floor some polythene, and that means that we can now work in this space and cut this archway out without caking the entire house in dust. One good thing is we found that these internal walls here are thermalite block. Now, hopefully, if these are thermalite block as well, it means that we do not have to go through it with a still saw. We can just cut it with our block saw, and again, that will minimise the dust and the disruption to the client. Toilet's been taken out now, so what we need to do is we need to cap off this soil pipe, and then we need to cap off this mains pipe as well. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to cut a channel out here where the pipe is, and then we'll cap it off here. We'll wrap it up in some Denso tape and we'll re-screed. And the same with this, we'll cut a channel out of there so we can get down below the ground level. We'll cap this off and then we'll cover it with some screed. Good morning, we are back at our bungalow renovation in Feckenham. Yesterday was a good day, we've got a lot to do, I'll flip you around and you can have a look. We managed to get the bathroom completely removed, all the walls out, so this section is now opened up. Matt is just taking the tiles off this wall, and then we're going to chip this all back to brick, and then we can get some plasterboard dabbed on there ready for skimming. We've also found that when we took this wall out, this floor is about 10 mils higher than this floor, so after discussions with the client we're going to take this floor out and we're going to re-screed it and level it off with this current level here, and then we are going to take our opening out. So the opening is going to be 3.1 metres according to structural engineer's plans, and the beam that we're going to put in, which will be at the end of the week, is going to be 250mm by 250mm, so it's a big old heavy beam. 270 kilograms heavy. So it's going to take a bit of muscle to get that in, because ordinarily we'd use a genie lift, but we are not going to be able to get a genie lift in through this space, so we're going to have to do it by hand. We'll set up a time lapse and you can watch what we do over the course of the day. We've got a little visitor. Hello, little lamb. Hello, little lamb. We've now got our pillars built up, we've got our pad stone on top, and the same on this side. This pillar's built up with pad stone on top, so this is now ready to receive the beam. The beam is not going to be coming until Wednesday next week now due to delivery issues, so we're going to have to swap things around and do things in a different order. So we're going to do the plasterboarding first and the skimming, and we're going to skim everything except for these two cheeks here. That way when we put the beam on, we can actually plaster up to the beam. Another issue that we've got is this is a mains water pipe. It comes out of the ground. We don't know where it goes. It's feeding nothing but the toilet. The mains water feed to the house won't cut the water off to this. So we've been outside and we've cut the water off to the house from the outside stop tap. That doesn't cut the water off to that either. So this is now beyond my expertise. I'm going to have to call my plumber and ask him to come in and sort this out. So I will do that tomorrow, and then we can get this lot filled in with some concrete. Isaac's made a start taking out this door. This is all going to be studded up, and we're going to have plasterboard and skim, and I am going to take out this door casing now, and then we're going to tooth out these bricks so we can start bricking in this doorway. Good morning, we're back in our bungalow renovation in Feckenham, and today we're going to be putting the concrete floor in, and we're going to be putting the plasterboard on, and hopefully by the end of the day everything will be plasterboard and ready for skimming on Monday. This is what happens when you forget your wellies. You end up having to make welly bags. day today. The timber beam is coming, so we're going to get the beam in here. We're going to use a genie lift to do it. We are going to get the rest of the plastering finished off. So yesterday we got this ceiling, this wall, that wall, these doorways with the first coat of plaster. We're going to put a second coat over, and we also managed to get this done as well. So yesterday was a good day. We got the floor screed down in there and in here as well. So today we're going to be putting in the beam, finishing off the plaster, and hopefully we might get a bit of woodwork done. So we'll set up a time lapse and you can watch how we progress through the course of the day. Oh, and I'm going to disappear because my van has a flat tyre, so I'm going to have to go and fix it. Pleasures of being a builder. Our timber has turned up. Look at that, it's an absolute beauty, courtesy of UK Timber. Thank you very much guys for the timber and the delivery. This is 250 millimeters by 230 millimeters, and it weighs 277 kilograms. So we're going to get it in the house now. We'll get it onto the genie lift and we'll get it in place. 1, 2, 3. Down. I've got this. Right, hang on a second, no, you're not lifting it by yourself. I'm just making sure that you're not taking the weight, but just have a rest for a second. Okay. Okay, grab hold of it. Yeah. Got a nice space full of your bottom then.
At least a bit flat.
1, 2, 3. And down. Right, if you're ready, we'll do this a bit at a time. 1, 2, 3, lift. You want me to lift that over?
No, I'll be alright.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, lift. Down. 1, 2, 3, lift. Okay, let's have a rest for a minute. Now got our beam in. It was a fiddly old thing. It took quite a bit. It took us about an hour once we had got it up onto the genie lift. We had to lift the ceiling in order to get it in. Initially that was the idea, because what we want is we want the ceiling then to rest down, and it pushes the beam down and secures it not just to the pillar but in between the pillar and the ceiling, so it goes absolutely nowhere. But it was a little harder, a little trickier than we thought. We've got a bit of skimming done as well, so we've got this cheek done, and we are just waiting for our second coat to dry before I do a water coat, and we will probably get the rest of these, which is that there, this cheek here, and then this doorway there, done tomorrow. So we are almost finished on this. It's the last day today. We are just doing a few snags and that's it. So we have managed to knock through this doorway. We've removed what was the downstairs bathroom. We've put this structural beam in. We've built up these pillars here, and we have skimmed all the way along. We've done skirting around all the new work. Isaac is just putting the last piece of skirting in now. We've got this doorway plastered. We've also skimmed this side for the customer here. I'll take you through and show you the other side of the doorway. So that's been skimmed as well. And then we have blocked up the doorway, the old doorway to the bathroom which was there. And we've bricked up the door. Now we had a bit of an issue in that the bricks were broken bond up here. So what's happened is, when you follow these bricks through, you're meant to have a 4 brick, 4 brick, 4 brick, 4 brick, 4 brick. And instead, this here, these need to be swapped over. So this brick here, 4 brick needs to be up there, this half brick needs to be down there. That way you get 4 bricks in. But because that hasn't been done, we've ended up having to put half bricks in. So upon discussions with the customer, they were happy that the half bricks go on this side and that the continuation of the bond goes on this side. So yes, we are job done now, and the customers are very happy, so are we. The beam was a nightmare to get in, but they all are. This was 277 kilograms. It was 3.8 meters long, 250 mils by 230 mils. And we are very pleased with this job, which has taken just over a week to do.